sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Gaskin, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Tua going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
so many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Tua on the bootleg here. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run now with Gaskin, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tua. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got it.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the 2nd half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
He finds some open field here. And he'll be out right at the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got this down to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Second and 9.
Now back to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Here's McLeod on the return.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
They run again with Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.